shall we begin? Time to start making fun of Tectone yet again. I don't know, there's like a clip here. What do we got here?
And I'm so tired of the world being dictated by emotions and feelings, and we have to accept everybody even though they don't accept us.
Why should people accept you, you fucking dumbass? Like, again, we're gonna fucking pull it up, dude. Let's do the meme. We're doing the fucking meme. Doing the meme. Tectone, it's okay to be white. Let's do the meme. Yeah, man, I wonder why people aren't fucking accepting me, dude. Yeah. Twitter ain't ready for this take right now, but it's okay to be white. We're, like, repeating, like, stupid, dumb fucking 2014 Gamergate era, fucking, dog whistles and fucking shit. And also, like, again, bro is also obsessed with, calling Frogan fat. Even though, again, she's not really fat. Yeah, Frogan the Hut, or whatever the fuck. Yada, yada, yada. Implying that she's, like, fat. Even though, again, we're doing the fucking meme again. It's the meme. Yeah, this is fat, guys. This is fat. Yeah, you know, the encouragement of purgating and all this other fucking bullshit. Hey, it's fucking nonsense, obviously. It's really, really fucking stupid. The point of it is just to, like, for harassment and fucking bullying. Even though, at this point, what? Tectone got fucking fired for that. Not fired, but he got banned for that shit initially for 2 weeks. He appealed. He got, you know, put back on the fucking platform after the appeal. And basically what Twitch told him, saying, like, just stop harassing her. Because that's what he's doing, is his harassment. Through and through. A fat piece of shit. When she's not, but okay. Repeating all of the, again, repeating all of the fucking stupid-ass fucking slop-tuber points. But whatever. That's the fucking problem here. You organized a fucking harassment campaign. You encouraged people to fucking brigade her. And again, the point with the fucking goddamn emotions. There's nothing wrong with fucking righteous anger and people showing emotions. You are not the Emperor of Mankind from Warhammer 40k. You're not that. You are not a Vulcan. You are not Data from Star Trek. You are none of these fucking people. And you are already acting hella fucking emotional right now. If you wanted to do... Here, let me do this. I am so sick and tired of these people who are acting so emotional. They want us to sort of accept their emotions and feelings, even though they don't accept us. And I don't know, like, why are you being so emotional about this, bro? Like, let's be honest here. And bro is, yeah, like you're saying, Boy Meets Mini, Tectone is emotional right off the bat in this clip. Weak. Listen, Sacrificial MILF. It's because, like, a lot of these fucking people, like, these slop tuber types are all, like, I don't know, schizophrenic freaks who only think of that the perfect womanly body is something that is just completely unknowable and unobtainable, but it exists out there, and it has, like, it's under the construction of some form of Western beauty standards. It's complete fucking nonsense. In fact, honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, fellas, is it gay to like women? Quite literally. Because all the motherfuckers that do this shit constantly, are all fucking extremely repressed fucking weirdos. Who Tectone is.
And this new era is just a bunch.
Oh, also, he's been divorced before. So that's probably another reason why he's acts like this. It's divorced man energy stuff. It's a very powerful energy.
It's a fucking pussy, limp dick soy boy. Where if you don't accept every mental illness as the status quo, you're fucked up. If you don't
No one is saying to accept every mental illness as the status quo. No one ever has done that. Ever. Mostly people are saying that, hey, society should be accommodating to people who have mental disabilities. For example, if you have cerebral palsy and you're stuck in a fucking wheelchair because of cerebral palsy, well, that's more of a genetic defect. Same fucking thing applies here. Or like you've gone fucking brain dead or something. If we live in a equitable, fair society, as which very often, a lot of the times, these the sort of like nations of capital, like capitalist Western nations, like to sort of frame themselves as constantly, like to pretend that they are, then we should acknowledge and be able to recognize that, hey, if we want to have a fair fucking society, we should be able to help accommodate, help people, because that's what you do when you have a collection of people. You form community with one another. You help each other out. And it's the exact same things with people who have mental disabilities, who have genetic fucking defects. Was it their fault that they got those fucking things? No. More specifically, what I think he's talking about here in terms of mental illness is probably trans people. Tectone has been transphobic in the past. He's agreed with Asmongold's idiotic bullshit when he said that, you know, trans parents of or parents of trans kids are all mentally ill for letting their children fall with this delusion, quote unquote. No, that is stupid. That is what he actually means. Oh yeah, 1000% sacrificial male. Yeah, their perfection will never fucking exist. This mythological woman in their fucking minds never will fucking exist. But, you know, it's all because of patriarchal fucking standards and bullshit. That's the fucking reason.
Accept these people's imagination as reality, you're fucked up. Your mental illness is not our responsibility, and I will be...
Yeah, it is. Because guess what? People fucking live in society. If we're talking about minorities as well, what, about 1% of the US population are trans people? That's a lot of fucking people. Let's be honest here. 1% of about 300,000. Or not 300,000. 300 million is about 3 million people. That's a lot of fucking people that you should be able to accommodate for in the richest country on the fucking planet. So, yeah. If we're also talking about, I don't know, people with, like, mental illnesses or other disabilities or whatever, that's also probably about 1% of the population, which is about, again, 3 million fucking people. And, again, in the richest country on the planet, you should be able to, you know, help accommodate for them. Help them have a meaningful, peaceful existence within life. Because, again, have any of these people sort of asked for these sort of, I don't know, like, malaises or changes or states of being to come into existence for them? No, they never fucking asked for this. Because everybody, guess what, is built different. But if you want to talk about a, like, you know, a good fucking society, it is about how you can help and take care of those on the fucking margins. That's what it's mostly all about.
If I ever bend the knee again to this forced progressive nature, it's so lame.
It's not forced progressivism or whatever. It's called having basic fucking decency as a human being, of which you should be taught. But again, we live in indecent times. Indecency and common courtesy are now values that are simply frowned down upon. Things that are, you know, seen as cringe or stupid. It's ridiculous. All for, like, in substitute of all this, like, stupid zero-sum game, like, alpha fucking bullshit or whatever. It's nonsense.
How do people in this world not be miserable with these lame motherfuckers that take up our whole society?
What are you fucking talking about? Take up the whole society. Let me tell you why people are fucking depressed constantly. productivity to wage gap. Whoa, it seems like it keeps coming up over and over again. I wonder why people might be fucking depressed, Tectone. Why people might not be happy with the state of society. Because broadly speaking, they know that the US is extremely rich and can help provide and be able to have, you know, compensation and wage rates that are able to help be able to survive and even thrive in the fucking society that they're living in. However, society caters for fucking losers like yourself. I remember seeing, I think there's like a post saying that Tectone is, his net worth is allegedly $3.3 million from what he has said. Society currently caters mostly to you. You are just upset with the fact that, you know, if we care about society as a broader sort of value or virtue here or whatever, you take care of everybody. Because that's how it used to be within the 50s and the 60s with Keynesian economics. Yet again, the most prosperous economic time in human history was the time of Keynesian economics. But you know, it's all about callous cruelty because, again, this dude, I don't know, has like some perception that his power is being challenged by, like, I don't know, drag queens and trans people and like mentally ill people or something. It's silly. Oh yeah, he doesn't know who Keynes is. Like, whatever.
Everybody's a pussy these days. Everybody's a bitch. It's a competition.
Wait, hold on. Does that include yourself? You're showing a lot of emotions, Tectone. Why don't we take a look at this?
I suppose.
Oh, look at the poor bubby crying on fucking stream. Because of his fucking father's 14 military convictions for sexual harassment and assault, which is in the congressional record. Whoa, crazy. Which means you can fucking look that up. You can look it up. There's video evidence of it. But, you know, everyone's being a fucking pussy right now because they want to show some form of fucking emotion. Yeah, okay, bro. Whatever.
Due to this all being resurfaced by Hassan.
Uh-huh.
I suppose I will know.
You're the one who started this all by chirping at fucking Hassan. His fans dug that shit up about your fucking father, and you're getting fucking triggered about it. That's the fucking problem. You're the one who fucking started this whole fucking spat, buddy.
No longer be interacting with my father in any way, shape, or form on my stream.
Wah, 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 wah. Cope and seethe, you fucking stupid ass bitch. Listen, sexual harassment and assault does seem to fucking run in the blood of this fucking family, because, you know, we all know about the Pinky Chew allegations. Of course, it's all alleged. And he's like saying like, oh, yeah, what do you mean? Like, that totally wasn't me, bro. Yeah, dude, whatever. That's still being fucking investigated. And Pinky Chew is saying, like I said, there was an update to this, saying that she's still working with a special victims unit about this. And unfortunately, stuff like this takes a lot of fucking time. So, you know, Tectone keeps saying that he's innocent, even though, like, given a lot of his proclivities in nature, is he innocent? Nah, you know, I have no reason to sort of be charitable or honest with fucking Tectone, because he would never give myself ever that same grace or fucking charity. So, as far as I'm concerned, fuck him. Let's be honest here. And generally speaking, with all these fucking dumb fucking conservatives, right? None of these fucking people would ever show me the same charity ever. So, as far as I'm concerned, like, fuck these people. I will never be charitable to anything that they have to say or argue about or whatever. Like, I I'm just going to operate under the assumption that he did do it. Now, I'm going to keep saying allegedly, because he did allegedly do it. But, you know, I can sort of form the opinion and say, like, I don't know, based off of how much of a piece of shit this guy is, I think he did it. Now, this is a very highly technical argument here that I know that a lot of Tectone fans aren't going to understand because they're fucking morons. I'm not saying that he did it. What I'm saying is, I think he probably did it. Of course, it's still alleged. It still has to be worked out, blah, 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 blah. But, but, Smug Pepe, based off of, like, a lot of the behaviors I've seen before, he seems like the type of person who would have done it.
Or my content.
Oh no. My dad's a sexual abuser.
The past 24 hours have been very shocking. It has been.
Why are you so emotional, little bro? Well, what's going on here? Why are you so emotional? What happened? Why are you so upset or something? What's going on here? Weak.
Very alarming.
I guarantee you, if literally anyone else on the left were to cry like this, if this dude were to, like, here's an example. Innuendo Studios quite literally raised a bunch of money, you know, went bankrupt being a YouTuber, went into a bunch of fucking debt, and then raised a bunch of money. Fucking Innuendo Studios was on the brink of fucking tears the whole time he was talking about that shit. I guarantee you, if this motherfucker looked at that fucking video, he would call him an emotional, weak, liberal soy boy. Guaranteed. Just because of the fact that, you know, Innuendo Studios got emotional about the fact that, you know, he was going through bankruptcy. Which would be totally normal and natural for anybody. But whatever, dude. Cool. Great. Fantastic.
And I don't really know what to think.
Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. You want to just defend your fucking father who's a fucking goddamn abuser. Yeah, whatever. Nice meme.
For who can get offended the most by the least inflammatory statement? And I'm...
Yeah, inflammatory statements like, it's okay to be white, you know, inciting fucking harassment brigades against Frogan for being fat or some shit or whatever. It's very stupid, bro. Like, very, very ridiculous. Yeah, inflammatory statements. Buddy, this is a fucking dog whistle from 2014, alright? Bro, you're, like, stuck in the past by about fucking 10 years, bro. Like, hey, get the fuck out of here. This is probably why people don't fucking like you. Shit like this. And also, like, a lot of your other sort of, like, general behaviors and problems that people do not like in general. Also, you just seem like to be just, like, a miserable fucking wretch to be around. So, that's another reason. So, that's cool. But yeah, you know, I'm going to play this video here by Eamon Hawk, by Eamon Animations, which is funny.
And I'm so tired
it's the same
of the
video,
world
but
being dictated by emotions and feelings, and we have to accept everybody, even though they don't accept us. And this new era is just a bunch of fucking pussy, limp dick soy boy. I don't really know how to feel about it.
Yeah, that fucking image of fat Tectone was really, really funny. But here's the fucking sob story. Yeah, it's time for the Eamon Hawk Tectone video or some shit. I don't know if Eamon... I have no idea if Eamon Animations will make a fucking... will fucking make a video about Tectone of all people. But, you know. If anything, he might be more likely to make one on Nuxtaku. Because that dude's a freak.
I obviously feel awful.
Oh! Feel! He's feeling things. Look at this little soy boy crying.
And so I suppose...
Now see, obviously, if it was someone with any principles or beliefs, I would be like, you know, whatever. Would I care about the fact that they're crying or showing emotion? No. But the thing is that that is a value that is bad in, you know, the sort of like idiotic sort of worldview that these motherfuckers have. Showing emotion is bad, you must be a robot, you must not think. Literal fucking 40k Emperor of Mankind tier shit. Basically, because what he wanted to do was to, in order to not feed chaos as much as possible, he wanted to conquer the entire galaxy and then starve out chaos. By having humanity not have any thoughts or feelings, or not have any, basically not have any feelings. By, you know, becoming a tyrannical totalitarian ruler. You know. But here's the funny thing about that, though, is that, like, thoughts and projections still go through the warp, which is the main flaw of the Emperor of Mankind's plan. 40k and its silliness.
I suppose.
I can't believe he's having feelings.
This all being resurfaced
so woke.
by Hassan.
Tectone's gone woke.
I suppose
everyone.
I will no longer
He's woke.
be interacting with my father in any way, shape, or form.
We get the fucking point. Yeah, like, he's being emotional. My woke emotional hero. But that's like mostly the thing that I'm pointing out here. But now, to get to the actual crux. Very fucking often you have complete dumb fucks like this. Add in shit like this constantly. I like how you just add something defamatory that didn't happen. What, this fucking clip? What are you talking about? You random dumb fuck. He said these things. Where do you think Froggy Tonic got this from? More than likely, they fucking got this from clips from fucking Tectone. Or what? From some other fucking platform? This individual named Ollie is where they fucking got the clip or something. And then, you know, Froggy Tonic is making a joke about this. Like, what are you fucking talking about? This is a joke. This is literally the same thing that your stupid fucking patron saint of anti-wokeness would also do as well. It's silly. Trying to defame someone instead of addressing what was said is some coward shit. What is the fucking deformation sort of thing here? What? Thank you, lolly rapist, for the 20 gifted subs? As I was saying. Is that the defamatory statement? Lolly rapist 88 or some shit? Is that the defamatory fucking statement? Damn, I thought comedy was legal on X.com or something. And, like, you know, we can engage in a little bit of fucking hyperbole. But, you know, specifically Froggy decided to make an entire sort of, you know, thread in response to all of this, you know. But what do we have here? Okay, might as well tag Tectone. Trans people have always existed, true. They don't outpour emotions. They don't outpour a desire to survive against people that want them dead. Whoa, crazy. Because there's a whole fucking goddamn campaign of people who just want to kill trans people for what exactly? Existence. That is it. And you are okay, I assume, Travis Latta. You are seemingly okay with wanting to kill all of them. Because you are defending an individual who is also okay with that as well. The soy boys are the ones complaining about things that have never even affected their opportunities in society. Well, let's, like, take a look at this fucking Dr. K clip. If I recall, Boy Meets Mini, he's the one who's done, like, the dumbass Veda shit or something. He does, like, all the fucking dumb fucking Veda shit, which has, like, no basis in medical reality at all. Also, this doesn't only have to extend to trans people. This can also be about black people, other immigrants within the United States of America. They have been who are constantly getting fucking persecuted for what exactly? Very often crimes that have been done by the United States itself throughout Central and South America. But, you know, Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. The main problem is actually trans people because of fucking stupid scapegoating that the Republican Party and broader vestiges of power within the conservative sort of intelligentsia have conjured up in order to be able to have an avenue towards power. Because again, maintenance of hierarchy and control. That's ultimately what these motherfuckers want. And they will stomp on basically everybody in order to achieve those goals. But let's see, what's this dumbass have to say here?
Sorry.
Oh no, he's crying.
It's really hard to know.
Whoa, what are you? An emotions and feelings in my streamer? That's not allowed. We have to be unthinking, unfeeling automata. We must be nothing but homunculi that can have anything imprinted upon them. Ridiculous.
Whether I'm the problem or not. Because it keeps happening. And it's happened so many times that I don't know when it's going to stop. Because it just keeps happening over and over again. And pretty much what's happening is that
I'm not sure. Like, is this just I'm assuming it's in reference to the information about his father sort of being like pulled out. Because again, the problem isn't the fact that Tectone is being emotional, right? I don't give much of a shit about that. The only reason why I'm making fun of him right now for being emotional is because he would just do the exact fucking same thing. So I'm doing something called tone matching. You know, that's when you match the tone of someone in like a particular debate in order to be able to keep up rhetorically with them in terms of like the level of engagement that we're sort of, you know, going along with here. You know, just some simple definitions for you people.
I just keep pissing people off. And like I keep on hurting people.
Yeah, because you're a fucking asshole. I wonder why. Maybe if you were to stop saying all the idiotic fucking bullshit. You know what? This is actually like an Ethan Klein type situation. He recognizes what he's doing is wrong and an inaccurate fucking thing to do, but he keeps doing it. Almost as if there's no fundamental belief system and he's just doing it because it makes him makes him money and ingratiates himself with a particular audience. That's the point. It's a grift.
Who I really care about. And I've pretty much lost every single person that I've ever been close with for longer than like 2 years, besides my best friend Edric and my wife Frame.
Okay.
I only really connect with one member.
Didn't he get divorced with Frame, I believe? I'm going to double check that. Tectone divorce. It's a meme. Yeah. Yes. He did get divorced with Frame. If I recall correctly, I believe Frame is a VTuber. I think. We are not on good terms. Frame opens up about her ex-husband. Tectone says some things shouldn't be used for content. I wonder what this is exactly in reference to. Popular VTuber Frame has spoken out about her ex-husband, John Tectone. Like John Warhammer? So I suppose this is an older clip before the divorce fucking happened. In a recent social media post, on February 4th, 2024, she shared a screenshot of a recent interaction with Tectone on X and provided context about a tweet that was captioned, "I'm free." This was a post about my donathon being over, by the way. In response, the One True King member wrote, "Thank you, Frame," and then followed out by posting, "I've been free of you for months." Earlier today, the content creator addressed the matter, saying that she and John were not on good terms because online community members would interpret their aforementioned interaction as a playful banter. Frame apologized for not wanting to talk about her personal life on social media and wrote, Since some think this is playful banter, it's not. We are not on good terms, by the way. We don't really need to think about what those terms are. I'm just going to assume that's because Tectone's a fucking belligerent asshole. I'm just going to say that, whatever. But this is between me, him, and our lawyers, because they got fucking divorced. Crazy. Sorry for not wanting to talk about my personal life online. Some things shouldn't be used for content. Fair enough. Hope you can all get it sorted out. Netizens react to Freem claiming that she is not on good terms with ex-husband Tectone. Lovely. Tectone, popular Twitch personality. Best known for playing gacha games on his channel. Maybe that's why he's such a piece of shit. Too many gacha pulls that were fucking dog shit. That's probably what it is. He's a well-known OTK member, having collaborated with several... Well, he was a well-known OTK member, collaborated with several prominent internet personalities. On December 16, 2022, the content creator released a twit-longer statement announcing he and Freem had divorced. The 30-year-old claimed the situation was not caused by anything negative, as they loved each other now as friends more than ever. An expert from the twit-longer reads, "Now, before speculation occurs, no, neither of us cheated on each other and neither of us treated each other poorly. I'll be the judge of that. And most importantly, neither of us hate each other. To be honest, we love each other now as friends more than ever. Sure, whatever." Trying to make it sound like they're on good terms, even though Freem has stipulated herself that they are not on good terms. So, whatever. However, on February 4th, 2024, Freem mentioned that she and Tectone were not on good terms. Over 186 netizens chimed in, with users stating, "I thought there was no way when he said y'all were on good terms. Heal the way you need to, deal with your shit the way you need to." Sure. And then there's more fucking reactions, right? We're on good terms, it's private stuff, whatever. You can fucking speculate for as to what it is. I'm just going to fucking assume it's because Tectone is a piece of shit. So that's the operation that I'm going to fucking, or rather the assumption that I'm going to operate under. So, okay, well, I guess he only has his best friend left. So that's cool.
Member of my family anymore. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had a pretty bad experience with that. But it's so hard to know, like, I mean, you gotta understand and I'm sure you do understand from my perspective, is that
maybe this is what, again, it's all fucking divorced fucking energy, right? That's what it is. Divorced energy is one powerful fucking goddamn force in the galaxy, dude. Making you into more and more of a piece of shit.
I'm always the common denominator. And so eventually I'm gonna assume, well, it's probably me. It was probably me.
This is in-fucking credible that he's willing to acknowledge that he's the fucking problem for us to... Well, I assume that this was just before the divorce. Although, that's why I am operating kind of under the assumption here that, hey, he is probably the reason why they ended up getting fucking divorced between himself and Freem. That's the assumption that I'm going to make. And it's because he's a popular fucking personality, and more than likely, that power started getting to his head. Very, very common amongst content creators. This is an incredibly fucking common thing. And now, since he's, well, had the divorce happen, he's becoming more and more of an ostensible, like, heinous fucking piece of shit. More and more so. He's digging himself a deeper and deeper hole. He's going down the rabbit hole of, like, dumb fuck, like, lowest common denominator, right-wing-esque content constantly. And this is, broadly speaking, why people, I would say, do not really like him all that much. Because, again, it's the same thing with Ethan Klein. Even Ethan himself has said, like, yeah, dude, when I get mad about particular things, I, like, become more sheltered. I sort of, like, go into my own bubble and stuff like that. I become very mean and blamey of, like, other people. Exact same behavior is being admitted to right here. And will Tectone reflect on that? Meh. Probably not. He has a new audience now. He has a new audience capture who are willing to support him and his worsening fucking behavior. And that is probably the biggest problem. Wanting to exist as an oppressed person isn't being offended, it's surviving. For example, saying that trans suicide is funny is not the least inflammatory statement. It is an absurd level of cruelty and apathy, and is deserving of a violent response. An excellent point by Froggy Tonic here. Fantastic fucking point. I would also extend this to minority populations. Black people specifically. Black people very fucking often have to look, not down, but have to basically be very careful and considerate around particular authority figures, such as the police. Because guess what? The justice system that exists within, the United States of America is quite biased against black people. Oh, and Arab people and South Asian people. 100% boy meets mini. Why? Because the status quo as it exists right now is inherently against them because of their skin color, which is something that they have no control over. That is the problem. Same thing with trans people. Now, we can talk about how there can be a little bit more control there. Sure, whatever. But generally speaking, if we are talking about the vast majority of trans people, we're talking about about 90+%. I don't have the exact fucking numbers, but from what I recall correctly, about with 90 fucking +% of trans people, they do not regret it, they do not detransition, and they generally are speaking, well, not generally speaking, but a lot of them are able to recognize that they are trans from a very, very young age. And they make these realizations through God knows how many fucking complicated means. It can range from environmental. It can be as simple as a social transition. It can be as simple as literally growing out your hair or cutting it in a particular way. There are so many fucking reasons and factors as to why trans people are fucking trans. And they can't fucking help that. That's just how their brain fucking works. That's how it's wired. Which is why constantly I talk about the death of subjectivity. Fucking shit. Daho mentioning the death of subjectivity yet again. Crazy. Who would have fucking thought? Mark that on your fucking bingo cards yet again. People like Tectone are wholeheartedly incapable of being able to see and think like other people. Because again, he is a millionaire. He has power. He doesn't want to essentially see how other people think at all because he's essentially won at the game of life. Why the fuck should he have to care about any of this stuff? He doesn't have to give a fuck about anything. Fuck it. Who cares? If I just want to be a complete belligerent, stupid asshole, fuck it. YOLO swag 420. Woo! I will suffer no fucking consequences because the current status quo of society caters to me specifically. A rich, cis, heterosexual, white male. Quite literally. And you can, cope and seethe about it and say, that's just not the case. What do you mean? There's, all this fucking propaganda and stuff. Do we have to, look into who are the main people who are in the main vestiges of power in the United States, specifically with, politicians and stuff? Who most senators are cis white males, cis white heterosexual males in the House? Same case. CEO positions? Same case. Who would have thought? Millionaires, billionaires tend to be cis white males. So we all know about this. We all know about the suffering that a lot of minorities have to do. And guess what? Don't be surprised if they get fucking pissed with you if you are gleefully for taking away whatever tiny amount of rights that they fucking have in comparison to people like yourself, who are millionaires. The current status quo is a bunch of billionaires making you think it's better to hate people with a different skin color than you than the ones who are actively milking you while destroying every crumb of social safety nets you might have had. It's not tolerance of others. Again, it's all divide and conquer fucking bullshit. Feeling at odds in your own body is not imagination. It is a feeling that everyone experiences. Trans people experience it in a drastic way that can lead to death. There is a cure, and it is matching the body to the mind of said person. Dude, I fucking have man fucking titties, okay? I fucking feel insecure about that. I don't fucking like wearing, like, I don't know, tight clothing as a response for that. I've always felt insecure about my body because I used to be way fatter than I was before. And then I lost a lot of weight. And then COVID happened and I got depressed. And then I put on all the weight back on again. That tomato, potato. What can you fucking do? Crazy. But for trans people, you have to multiply that by like a factor of about 100. Crazy. Caring for the mental issues of others is not everybody's responsibility, but it is your duty as one part of society to be tolerant and care for the others who fall down. Exactly. Because again, for a lot of people who are mentally ill or disabled in some way, generally speaking, that's not their fault. It's either because of freak accidents or say like they were just born that way. Is there anything that they could have done about that? No. So it is important as a duty of society to be able to help take care of those people. If you do not enjoy the principle of solidarity, you are free to remove yourself from society. There is no forced progressive nature. The nature of humanity is to share, to bond, to make us collectively thrive. Again, before the sort of advent of civilization, humans lived as tribal fucking societies, communal fucking societies. Even back during the times of primitive accumulation, you know, borrowing a term from Marx there, people lived together in villages. People were not fucking exploited for their fucking labor. Well, then the advent of slavery kind of became a thing, but that's more of a sort of different tale. But broadly speaking, during the times of primitive accumulation, people organized themselves in tribes and did everything communally. Crazy. Intolerance, on the other hand, is a made-up concept that is forced on people to nurture cruelty. In our current design, make money off of idiots like you. I'm not miserable because I recognize that people of color and the gays do not take a big part of our society. I recognize that they are marginalized, and as such become increasingly louder the more we try to erase them. If we don't erase them, they'll just chill with us. Yeah, because again, they're just human beings. They're not aberrances of society. Gay people and people of color have existed since time immemorial. For as long as we could record history, they have fucking existed. Crazy. And a lot of ancient societies have recorded and acknowledged their fucking existence. As far back as fucking ancient Mesopotamia. For you idiots out there, that would have been about 2000 BC, give or take. Very rough numbers here, but ancient Mesopotamia existed very, very long ago in the Maghreb. What's the Maghreb? I'm not 100% sure. I could be getting that fucking particular region wrong. I'm Googling this. The Maghreb. Oh, it's in Africa. Fuck! In the, Tigris Valley. That's what it is. Right? It should be the Tigris Valley. Yeah, the Tigris and the Euphrates River. Tigris Valley. There we go. I fucking... Listen, I still got my fucking geography on point. I'm not miserable. No, wait. I'm not miserable because I have been taught tolerance and have been rewarded for trying to understand differences in the world I live in. It brings me sincerity to know that people are at peace. People around me show me love for showing them love. It's quite beautiful. Yeah, whoa, it's almost as if you, give people an inch, they can take a mile. Very fucking simple. Or rather, let's be honest, not even just that concept, rather. More like also, if you just treat people how you would want to be treated, you typically will be treated well. Crazy. So yeah, but of course, like, a lot of people are fucking stupid dipshits. Or probably being stupid dipshits about it. Interesting, what makes ogres endearing is subverting... what makes ogres subverting our expectation that they're violent and repulsive, so when they are, they just become a danger. And so yes, women who do hang around abusers are misinformed and or pick-me's. That's true. Yeah, this is in response to what? It's insane how women supporting men is considered a grift on Twitter. Y'all are pathetic. It depends on how it is said. If it's just said, and I think this is in reference to a particular VTuber who just said, like, dude, why am I getting so much hate for saying that, like, men are getting treated like shit? This person has commonly done the sort of, like, idiotic fucking tropes of, like, why is it so difficult for women to participate in the dating market? It's because of, like, the hypergamy fucking shit and yada, yada, yada. Doing, like, the whole fucking, like, stupid incel grifting talking point stuff. That's the fucking problem. That's fucking misinformed or pick-me shit. Broadly speaking, everyone on the left has talked about why, why men are currently fucking suffering. If you just want to talk about, like, sort of like intersectional analysis and the problems that men are currently facing, guess what? It's got a lot to do with this particular chart. Crazy, I know. And this guy, I guess, is still fucking coping about it. So, whatever. Very stupid. Not really much else to say besides, again, just another instance of a man with a lot of power recognizing his position in the hierarchy and defending it. Let's be quite honest here. For Tectone, it is about maintenance of hierarchy and control. Even though he may not fucking recognize it. Or really fucking know about it. Let's be honest here. He's very fucking dim-witted. Keep it a buck fucking 50. He recognizes his place in society. He is a rich, affluent, cis, white male. And with these fucking privileges that he has, he recognizes his place and position of power. And he will do anything in order to maintain it. And so we get stupid shit like this, where he's talking about people being overly fucking emotional for, wanting to show grace and common courtesy to fucking minority populations. And meanwhile, we have, like, this dumbass over here doing 2014 fucking alt-right dog whistles. It's very stupid and ridiculous. Tectone is doing this on purpose because he wants to maintain his position and his authority, and at the same time also grift to a particular fucking audience. That is why he is doing this, and he behaves in the way that he behaves, and says the idiotic shit that he fucking says. It is all about maintenance of hierarchy and control. He may not recognize that, but he is an unwilling servant to that maintenance, to these systems of fucking power. But he'll never fucking admit it because he is thankful for it in reality. Because guess what? He's one of the ones who has benefited the most from it. That's what this is all about.